So we have with us James O'Keefe, who has started a brand new venture, O'Keefe Media Group, or OMG. James, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Mark. Great to be with you.
It's a pleasure. Tell us what you're doing.
Well, we just launched a new website today, O'KeefeMediaGroup.com. It's a subscription-based news organization, and this organization is designed to empower and equip all the people out there that have emailed me and called me and texted me over the last month after what has happened. Thousands of people that want to go be citizen journalists. So you can go on our website, sponsor a camera for these people. We're going to create an army of citizen journalists. As you all know, I'm the founder of Project Veritas. I've been doing that for 13, 14 years, broke some of the biggest stories ever, built a nonprofit news organization to expose the government, pharmaceutical companies, schools. But now I think the next stage of this is to get these cameras into the hands of thousands of people. And that's what I intend to do, Mark. It's all called O'Keefe Media Group. It's not a nonprofit, subscription-based, and I'm intending to create an army of citizen exposers.
Now, the good thing about this, in your situation, and for what you do, is you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder at donors. That the citizens will either support or not, and I'm sure they will, including the listeners to this program, your endeavors and participate in it. So you want to create thousands and thousands of activists who will bring to you information, videos, and so forth, whether school board meetings or corporate meetings or whatever they are, and provide you with the information so you can go through it with your new staff and so forth. Is that the idea?
That's exactly right, Mark. And I saw you backstage at CPAC, and one of those whistleblowers was on stage with me, Debbie from Pfizer. She was one of the two brave people from Pfizer who brought us that story a month ago. That was viewed 50 million times. And we have a team of about 10 elite people, journalists that I've worked with, who have identified and have worked with me. And we're going to, the world is on fire. People are very upset about what's happening. People want to get involved. They want to do something. They want to expose what's happening in their communities, and they need a place. We need to crowdsource out the journalism. We need to decentralize journalism. And because we all know journalism has been dead for a very long time. So this effort will be, I guess you could call it Uber for journalism, just getting cameras out into the hands of thousands of people and training them. I intend to have classes on ethics, how to use the technology, a legal primer about the consent laws in various states, how to identify a story. I just want to make sure that everyone who wants to get involved in this can. And it's O'Keefe Media Group, #OMG. We're launching it today.
Mr. Producer, make sure we put that on our social site. You know, James, I think you have now, being the entrepreneur that you are, you've created a brand new industry. I mean, you really are here, a brand new platform. I don't see any limits on this. In other words, people can, depending on the rules per particular state, come elections, they can monitor what's taking place and get you the information. Down on the border, they can monitor what's going on, get you the information. These bank events, which are so wasteful and so ridiculous. I just think, I wonder, I think you must, but do you understand what you're unleashing here?
I do. And I don't think, Mark, I could have done it a year ago or 5 years ago, but I think after what has happened to me since the FBI raid, this pharmaceutical company, the FBI raided my home, a year and a half ago over that Ashley Biden diary. The pharmaceutical company Pfizer responded to our story. Debbie went on stage last week.
I remember.
These are brave people. Mm-hmm. And I think that, I was ousted from the organization I founded, Project Veritas. I was ousted from the organization by a board of directors. So after having been through that, I think sources, I think people, it's all about building trust with people so that they come to you. And there's really nowhere for people to actually go. They can't go to the Washington Post. Ironically, Mark, Oliver Darcy from CNN texted me today. And he said, "Hey, I saw your new news organization." And I said, "Well, Oliver, you'll have to go on and get a class on journalism ethics." I said, "I'll offer it to you for free." So,
He's the worst.
So he is. But people don't have any place to go, so I want to be a place where people can be trained and learn how to record in their community so that we can do this en masse.
I think that's fantastic. Now, if you do have a board, you got to be careful who you put on the board, right?
That is true, Mark, and admittedly, an area where I have failed, and I've learned from it. I think I'll be more effective as a result of what I went through. Obviously, it was a learning lesson for me about, who is in control of a news organization, who owns a news organization. That's really the problem with most news organizations. They're corrupted by the advertising influences. Brought to you by Pfizer, like you see on CNN. But ultimately, this is an organization that I own, and it'll be partially owned by many of you, the subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Well, keep us informed about the things you're doing. We'd be more than happy to showcase them here, because you're a real great patriot, very courageous. And look what you've done. You've taken a situation where it was extremely negative, and look what you've done. You've turned it into the opposite. And people can learn from that in all walks of life. You can't get depressed. You can't be down. I mean, you can, but you got to come out of it and come out smarter and stronger, yes?
Yeah. It was a very difficult situation for me for about a week, but I think I'll be a more effective messenger as a result of it. And I think, Mark, these situations like what happened with me in Veritas, it made me realize who the real people are and who really good people are in my life, and who the real journalists were, and who the people were. I got people for the last 2 weeks to make this happen. We've been working out of this makeshift war room suite, and the 10 people sitting on the floor working for free. I mean, there's some really good people. And I don't just mean the 10 people in my room. I mean the thousands of people that have emailed me at o'keefetips@protonmail.com. We've received thousands of emails. Hey, ship me one of those cameras. People in Europe, people in South America, I mean, people everywhere. They say, I want to do that, and I'll do it for free. So you can draw from that experience that you really do. There are a lot of good people in this country that are really, really fearless, who just want to contribute, and I just want to create a place where they can do that. So my mission is evolved, and now it's going to be crowdsourcing the journalism, empowering people. O'KeefeMediaGroup.com is where you can subscribe and sponsor one of these James Bond devices that we can get into the hands of the citizens to record wrongdoing, because that's what our leadership really fears.
I don't trust the left. They're probably going to want to try and get 1,000 of these from you. So I'm sure you're going to be cautious about it. I'm just a heads up, because they're very diabolical. I don't trust a damn one of them. James O'Keefe, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. He's starting a very wonderful new enterprise. Check him out on my social sites. And if you want to participate, or you just want to help him, you can be a subscriber, as you are to Blaze and so forth. God bless, my friend.